guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, back again with another TW 2016 video here, the WWE updates. And basically, this is going to be probably one of the last Joe branded pay-per-views. I think the way I'm going to work it is going to be this one, Hell in a Cell, and then Survivor Series. After that, I'm going to look to do split pay-per-views. As you can see here, 5 pre-show matches so we could fit every feud on the pay-per-view. Probably not necessary, probably something you wouldn't see in real life, but something I feel like I want to do basically. And I also feel like if I have 2 pay-per-views, then we can start generating more profit, which in turn means a better chance of seeing a WWE network sooner rather than later. I'm aiming that again round about WrestleMania. May get it beforehand, depending on how we're going financially. Apart from that, a lot of new feuds going into this. A lot of these feuds will carry on into Hell in a Cell. I'm really just hoping here we can just continue on the momentum that I've got going at the moment. We debut a new championship. We have a Trios championship over on Raw. Apart from that, I'm enjoying the save still, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So here is WWE Night of Champions 2017. So 46,462 at the Rice Eccles Stadium. Our first pre-show match has a main eventer in it, which says a lot. And we have Jeff Hardy defeating Big E in 10:45 with Swanton Bomb. U-74. I just felt like Jeff Hardy needed a victory to gain some momentum. If Matt does come back, the Hardys is definitely going to be a thing that happens. And Big E can afford the loss before we build him back up. So the win there for Jeff, 65 rated for him, 81 for Big E. And any worker improvements? No. Dirt sheet. Few negatives there. Our second pre-show match was for the Trios Championship, and a pre-show bout that had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Team of Flamita, Jericho, or however you pronounce that, Kalisto, I might change his name to something I can actually pronounce, defeated the team of Scotty Goldman and American Alpha in 6 minutes and 59, when Kalisto defeated Scotty Goldman by pinfall with the Del Sol driver. The Evil Luchadors win the WWE Trios Championship titles. So C62, hopefully it'll be a division we can make pretty good. Obviously American Alpha are a tag team. Put them with Scotty Goldman just because I felt like Goldman could afford the loss. Gets the American Alpha on the show. They'll move to SmackDown at one point to challenge for the tag titles down the line. Kurt Angle did some good work at ringside. Not long after CM Punk turned half the dressing room against him. So that's going to be interesting going forward. I think there's a good chance we see Kurt going to SmackDown at one point. But Chad Gable getting better at his gimmick, as is Hechikero. Scotty Goldman's off his game. You get 55, 57s for Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, 62 for Kalisto, Hechikero, 63, Flamita 63. No skill improvements here, and our dirt sheet will probably quite a few negatives there for holding back. Next in the pre-show, we had Ricochet defeat Kenny Omega in 9:02 with a diving double knee drop. This was defense number 3 of Ricochet's Cruiserweight title. C60, somehow these don't click and made it an awkward bout. But we're building back up the prestige of the Cruiserweight Championship over on SmackDown. Ricochet with a 62 here, a 49 for Kenny Omega. And yeah, just a few negatives there. Overall, again, pretty happy with how that's going, and we're building these guys up for the future. And then a decent pre-show match with The Miz defeat Chris Jericho in 11:58 with skull-crushing finale. The Miz makes defense number 1 of the US title. B78, this feud's kind of been going Hollywood versus Rockstar kind of idea. And they've been getting in each other's faces. We've had the highlight reel, we've had Miz TV, and Jericho with 68 here. The Miz win 83, he's ever improving. No skill improvements in this instance, and a few negatives there, but overall, pretty happy with that. And our final pre-show match was decent, and we had Gallows and Anderson defeat the American Wolves in 9:42 when Carl Anderson defeated David Richards with Anderson's Spinebuster. Second title defense for Machine Gun and Gallows. B-76 is okay, maybe we can even a bit better. Gallows was off his game. 71 for Eddie Edwards and 80 for David Richards. Carl Anderson went 81 and a 75 for Luke Gallows. Carl Anderson is improving in performance skills. And a few negatives there for inconsistency. There's a low morale in there, and a capped length as well. This is what happens when you fit so many things in a 30-minute pre-show. So we start the show. Usual, we get the hype video, we get the pyro, and then announcers introducing. It's obviously talking about our two main events, the two championships, which is Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the World Heavyweight Championship. This got a B+88, got the show off to a strong start, and the angle got the crowd hotter as well. This continuing the two storylines. Our opening contest had was about good wrestling, and a decent reaction from the crowd. We had AJ Styles defeat Darren Young in 14-14 by pinfall with Super Styles Clash. Obviously, AJ's dropped down the pecking order a little bit to allow others to thrive in the world title and the IC scene. So a B82 for AJ and Darren Young, get the crowd hotter. A 76 for Darren Young and 84 for AJ Styles. It continues their storyline. No skill improvements here. Dirt sheet. Negatives for AJ's declining physical ability and the short match length. Next up, we had a decent match which saw John Cena defeat Luke Harper and Baron Corbin in a handicap match at 14:01 when Baron Corbin was disqualified for fighting John Cena. In terms of in-ring work, John Cena was head and shoulders above everyone else, with Baron Corbin the weak link. B+83 is pretty good considering Corbin's not over, he's just out of development. That's his stats, apparently as high up as development could have got them. Storyline here is John Cena feuding with Luke Harper. Basically, this is pawns and basically before he gets to Bray Wyatt. So he's going to start feuding with Harper. Corbin, I know we all know him as the Lone Wolf, but he's going to team up with Luke Harper, try and get himself over, make himself, properly, capture people's attention. He feels like Luke Harper can help him. Two of them will then go with Bray Wyatt, and obviously the plan is something will happen between the Wyatts and Corbin is going to become the Lone Wolf. But just basically getting him over really quickly, pairing him with Luke Harper, so he'll help Bray Wyatt down the line. John Cena with 88, Baron Corbin with 54, and Luke Harper with 79. It continues the storyline, no skill improvements, and there's a few negatives there. It could have been an even higher rated matchup, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, John Cena's basically celebrating the fact he's won, but Corbin and Harper continue to beat down Cena, and that is a B79 angle there, and it continues the storyline. This one kind of gets squeezed in because it's meant to be Balor versus Orton again, but they've fought so many times, so I just thought I'll add them a matchup with Eric Young and Dolph Ziggler, who are in a feud already, and basically it gives them all a good spotlight, hopefully get some people over from it, and we can finish the feud between Balor and Orton. So in a decent match, they had some good wrestling, good reaction from the audience. Finn Balor defeated Eric Young, Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton in 14:07 when Finn Balor defeated Eric Young with a flying double stomp. Eric Young was a weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's performance, but the B82 is promising. Balor with 94, Eric Young with 59, Ziggler with a respectable 81, and Orton with a 90. Two storylines advance here, Eric Young improving performance skills. Overall, a few negatives there obviously because it was limited, and basically we weren't going to fit in these two matches with the time constraints I already had. So this is why I could have made it a 5-hour pay-per-view, but it's one of the ones I'm just going to end up splitting it down the line because I don't feel I've got the depth in each roster, but we have so many main event stars that I feel we could carry 2 pay-per-views a month, and it means more videos for you guys. Next up and about, they had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. We had the Boss Sasha Banks defeat Bayley in 12:52 by pinfall for a wheelbarrow bulldog. Sasha makes defense number 3 of the Women's Championship. B- 76, 69 for Bayley, a 74 for Sasha. It continues their storyline. Just really trying to build up the women's division on Raw, giving Bayley an opportunity. This is kind of why I wanted to do 2 pay-per-views a month, because I felt like this could have been hyped up so much more on this show, and it kind of looks like it's just been thrown together. But of course, Sasha teaming up with the likes of Liv Morgan and Taya. Bayley's got a bit of backup as well. We've got Billie Kay debuting, a few others as well. Carmella is debuting, we're pushing up Natalya as well. So we're hoping to make the division thrive on the Raw side of things. All positives there though, and hopefully that's another feud that Down the line, when Bayley gets proper over, we could maybe hit the Bs or the B pluses with that reign. Then I have a video hyping up Apollo Crews versus Togi Makabe. Makabe has joined after leaving New Japan. I just felt like he's someone we can help put with Apollo Crews and continue to get Apollo over. So it's a B-76 for that vignette. Matchup was okay, it had great wrestling and good heat. We saw Apollo Crews defeat Togi Makabe in 14-13 by countout, giving Apollo Crews defence number 9 of the Intercontinental Championship, keeping it on Apollo. Time being, B81, Makabe is getting better at his gimmick, although did suffer hip tendonitis, which is a pain. Apollo Crews and Togi both get an 85, and it continues their storyline. We might move Togi away from Apollo Crews so we can get him some victories, but there'll be plans to make him face Nakamura down the line. Improves his flying skills, and a few negatives there, so happy with that. Next up, and about had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. We had Paige defeat Emma in 11-12 by pinfall with the Rampage. Paige making defence number 2 of the Women's SmackDown Championship. B-74 is okay, we're continuing to build Emma up. Great chemistry between her and Paige is good. It means we can get Paige to maybe Emma to level of Paige. That could maybe even be a B+ as well. Emma, of course, is the Women's Money in the Bank holder. This is not her cash in. She still has a briefcase. Just, again, building people up in the women's division. I can't do Becky versus Paige every month. So we're getting Emma in there. Asuka's going to get a push, and I'm looking to give Charlotte a push as well to help our ever-growing SmackDown women's division. But it continues the SmackDown storyline. The women, Emma improving her technical skills. A few negatives there, again restricted by the short match length. And after this, Becky comes out basically to have a kind of word with Paige, and that is a B78 there. So Becky and Paige is still like my two main women's wrestlers on SmackDown, but we kind of need to bring more women into that division. Next up, we've got Bobby Roode, who's hyping up his match with Seth Rollins, a B77, the beginning of a glorious empire. Plans eventually is to put Roode with Ciampa and Gargano. It just makes sense. It's going to be a glorious occasion when that happens. But B77, he's just off the back of an injury, so he hasn't really wrestled. And as much as I wanted to put him over, he loses in a great wrestling match with good heat to Seth Rollins in 15-51 with a Phoenix Splash. B-76 is a bit disappointing. I thought this would maybe steal the show. But Rollins with 94, Roode with 74. Continues their storyline. Roode is improving in performance skills. Overall, the few negatives there. Because they'd barely clashed, they'd barely been in tag matches. It was all a one-sided kind of feud. And Bobby Roode will probably drop down the card after this, I think. Next up, we've got a video hyping up Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. These two have been going at it. Strong style versus the Bulgarian Brute, or Machka, as I've put there. E78. Hopefully these two guys can deliver. Rusev needed this big feud to get him over, and it has delivered. And about that, great wrestling and good heat, with Shinsuke Nakamura defeat Rusev in 17:35 by pinfall with a running single leg high knee strike. A91. And that is when Nakamura off his game. A good performance from him in 89. Rusev with 77. Despite the loss, I'm hoping that Rusev can get over from this. I think he'll definitely do a rematch if that's the kind of ratings they're getting. Rusev improving technical skills. Shinsuke Nakamura on performance. A few negatives there as well. Rusev and low morale, so I think I need to try and get him happier, because I want to give him a title run at one point. Then I have a B79 for the promo between CM Punk and Bray Wyatt, because they're continuing their feud on from SmackDown. From SummerSlam, say. And this is the B84 this time, B+84. We gave Bray the win. It was an exceptional matchup as he defeats Punk in 1803 by pinfall with a standing senton splash, following interference, of course, from the previously mentioned Baron Corbin. Bray was tiring. Punk with the 91, Bray with the 94. It does continue the storyline. I think they probably will go head to head in Hell in a Cell. We had to keep CM Punk strong to put Bray over, but hopefully I can get Bray to that main event scene, because he's someone else again I want to give a title run to at one point. No skill improvements, negative there, the booking decision, Punk's morale, and stamina. Interestingly, Punk is still unhappy because I didn't put him on Mania because I signed him so he would debut the day after. It's one of those things, as I say, Punk ended up turning half the roster against Kurt Angle, which could affect Kurt Angle's future here in the WWE. Next up, and about had superb wrestling and great heat and suffered from no vignette package due to time constraints, Sami Zayn defeated Kevin Owens in 1947 by pinfall, a surprise roll-up. Zayn makes defence number 2 of his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So delighted with that. I believe they've only fought twice, so this is probably going to go into Hell in a Cell as well. 89, delighted with that. Both men with a 92 performance. We all know the storyline between these two. Kevin Owens winning the championship from Shinsuke Nakamura because of the Brock Lesnar interference. Sami Zayn winning Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn cashing in on Kevin Owens, and they've been at it and fighting forever since. No skill improvements in this instance. Negatives, none. So perfect. Then I have a hype video for Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns, B80 for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Roman's obviously still champion. Dean won a number 1 contendership match to get here between him, Seth and Bray. How will the match go down? Let's see. Seth got a 100 with Roman. Can Dean pull a good match out of Roman Reigns? It's okay. I should be a lot happier considering it's an 89, considering how my pay-per-views were at the start of the save. But it's still decent. And about had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Roman Reigns defeated Dean Ambrose in 23-29 by pinfall with a handful of tights, and Roman makes defence number 3, the WWE Championship. So 89, I should still be delighted with that. I think it's kind of always pushing now for 90 main events, but Reigns with 96, Roman with 97, Ambrose with 96. Commentary was a bit weak, but storyline advances. Dean improves his flying skills. A few negatives here, the low storyline heat, and a few negatives from the announce team as well. Don't know why we had a lackey associated hot storyline, because they've been fighting in tag matches, getting high ratings the whole time. And having picked up the victory, Roman Reigns celebrates the championship, with this looking excellent, but I don't know why he's only a B plus 85, has he maybe lost some skill points because of his age? We'll find out. Overall, 89, not amazing, but you know, we're getting a lot of high scoring things there, and I definitely think we can start to put brand specific pay-per-views going forward. So Shinsuke and Rusev will both get complimented on good performance, but as I say, we'll go with this as obviously being both brands. Say both brands, ECW as well. Raw will get a couple, basically after Survivor Series. I think I've written it down that it's going to be Survivor Series with both brands, and then starting from the December pay-per-views, which I think is going to be Money in the Bank and possibly Armageddon. Armageddon going to Raw, Money Bank TLC to SmackDown, and then every so often for there, obviously give 5 ones that will stick to the same, maybe 6. Money in the Bank, I want to keep as both pay-per-views, as both companies, both brands, my words right, going at it. So happy with that. ECW will just fill in every so often on pay-per-views, so we'll maybe chuck in like a ECW Heavyweight Championship match on them, or we'll just try and get the title over on the shows they're doing. Nothing much to report from there. Pushing Sabre Jr., pushing Ospreay, Rich Swann, a few others there. A lot of these guys are looking to move to SmackDown or Raw. Quite looking to get maybe the Revival on SmackDown and get them involved in the tag team division. So overall, happy with that. We'll just take a wee quick look back to the main screen. I think I give myself a good bit of pay-per-view. The time before the next pay-per-view, SWS have launched into more problems. They are from Sweden, I believe. Don't know much that I really want, but I'm still going to take them over anyway. And I don't take any wrestlers, I don't take any events, I just take your championships. So I'll take the title, pay off the 47k, and that company is no more. Pay-per-view, fantastic reviews, that's good to see. Tag league from Dragon Gate. Togi, how long are you going to be out for? Hip tendonitis. Get a better idea on the medical screen. Goes at the weekend, another one for our female wrestlers there. Apart from that, nothing else that directly affects us. 3.53, so we're still getting the low pay-per-view buy rates, but we're still making big money. I'm more than convinced I haven't changed my buy rate numbers there, so I'll have a look at that just in case. 3k on drugs, or drug testing even, sorry. Baron Corbin's charismatics, the scene is happy with him. Chikiro is unhappy, Punk doesn't feel like he's doing much, and Finn Balor doesn't like him either, so whether he lasts much longer remains to be seen. He's not really over, but I just like the look and felt like giving him a chance here in the WWE, so I'll keep that there. Medical, we finally have the Usos, both fully fit, so they'll be getting a push going forward. So get Naito out for 42 days and a vacation. Marisa's still, she's given birth now, but she's still on maternity leave. A year and 1 week for Makabe on hip tendonitis. 2 months and 3 weeks for Alberto Del Rio's ankle. And 10 months for Rich Swan's elbow. 152 million in the bank, which is good. We still will lose a lot of money here, but you can see we're still getting about 10.5 million pay-per-view, which is double what we were getting in October last year. So it makes you think, you know, is it maybe because I'm an international company that I'm still making big bucks? Just go here, leave my pay-per-view unit is still the same. So I don't know why it's as small as it is. Apart from that, things are going well. A quick glance through the titles. So we've got Sheamus is still B-71, Roman's at an A92, Ricochet's got the title up to an E26, which sounds horrible, but considering at one point it was at F-3 before we brought it back, and it's probably the highest prestige it's been at since, basically since the game started. Apollo Crews is still B-71 with the title, B plus 85 with the Money in the Bank, same with the Royal Rumble. SmackDown's Women's Championship is at C plus 70 with Paige. The Trios Championship is at a C minus 55 with the Evil Luchadors. US titles at a B minus 71 with the Miz. A C plus 70 for Sasha Banks, the Women's Championship on Raw. Women's Money in the Bank is at a C62 with Emma. Tag Team Championships at C plus 70 with Gallows and Anderson. And the World Heavyweight Championship with Sami Zayn is up to an A92, which is ideal as prestige has been brought right up as well. So that's good to see. And we'll have a quick glance at the size. You can see here we're slowly pushing towards international, global. I don't think I want to go global straight away, but we're definitely doing fine. Ideally, as soon as we get to global possibly is when we'll launch the network, and then hopefully I can just keep making money, just giving the many new guys a chance as possible to get over, and hopefully getting some surprising people over as well. So we'll finish up with the creative meeting. So our top guy around the world is CM Punk, and so we'll just quick look at Punk. We'll see he's sitting at 90s over, so he's obviously lost some pop there to Bray Wyatt. Nakamura second, and he's at 84, so that winning in Rusev didn't help him, which is a shame. Dean Ambrose is third, and he's repping 93, so he's really over, pretty much across the board. And Randy Orton, 86. He's never really got up from 86s here. I do need to push him, but the continual failing of wellness policies is kind of put me off pushing him. Good thing is now with everybody getting over, I can pretty much put a show on anywhere, and hopefully we should get people getting good ratings for us. Roman again, the guy, he will turn face eventually. Say big plans for Roman Reigns going forward, but 95s across the board there. I think he's hit his peak. Next big things, Shane Strickland, Paige, Will Ospreay, Bayley and Kimberly. Paige is sitting at a really respectable 68, some 70 overness. She's really getting over. Obviously at one point she was Seth Rollins' valet, no longer because they're on different brands. But at 25 with that amount of overness, she's been a great hand for us. Will Ospreay's doing okay. He's sitting at 42s. He might need to leave ECW to get a little bit higher. Top prospects, Shane Strickland, Manny Andrade, Mark Coffey, Bayley and Katsushiko Nakajima. Manny Andrade's been on a good push on Raw, former La Sombra, 42's over. We may move him to SmackDown at one point. The thing is, I don't foresee me doing a proper draft or trades or anything until we get to next year's WrestleMania, so giving everybody a full year on the brand before each brand before they can move about. Top night workers, Rock, Punk, Ambrose, Triple H and Reigns. Showstoppers, Rollins, Ambrose, Ziggler, Punk and Balor. So that's good to see there. Ring Generals, Nakamura, Ambrose, Naito, Rollins and Punk. Who's filling momentum? It is Ricochet at the top. His 56 overness, so that's good to see there. Apollo Crews is next, and he's repping a respectable 83, sorry. Was up as high as 89s at one point, but do I trust him with the promos to get the company to the next level? Not so sure. Lesnar's next, he's sitting, if we click the right thing there, 86, so that's not too bad. Obviously his pop will drop when he's not wrestling, but I'm keeping it true to real life. Miz is on a good run, back up to 74s across the board. If you look at his popularity, you can definitely see he's been back on a push recently. Might try and get him back in one last world title run. And AJ Styles has obviously dropped down to 80s, 79s, but with declining physical ability, the fact he's 40 now, dropped him down to like upper mid card, I would say. But he did have a good run, and we did have him as the champion at one point, which I was delighted at. Who's not? Epico, Sin Cara, Fandango, Connor, and R-Truth are enhancement talents. Taker, Kane, Ricky Banderas has done nothing for me. Jericho and RVD are past their prime. RVD just here to kind of give more star power to SmackDown. He's been joined by Rey Mysterio. Both of them will hopefully help the divisions there. Probably going to put Rey down to the Cruiserweight division to try and build up the likes of Ricochet, Kenny Omega, Neville, all these kind of guys, and hopefully put on some good matches. Hidden gems, none of them I'm interested in. So I just want to check one guy at the moment, and that is Bray Wyatt. 89s and 90s, so he's so close to being the top dog. I'd still like him to be a little bit higher, but considering where he was September, he was at 61s, he's really gotten over, and hopefully with a couple of victories. Obviously losing to Punk didn't help him, but we can get him more over and over. So from here, I'm going to try and get some more morale issues sorted out. We did get some, but there's still a lot of people unhappy. Just hard fitting everybody in these shows. Now I've got 2 3-hour shows now to try and get everybody on board. But basically our schedule, first week of October, so I've got 2 weeks this week here, and then next week to build up Hell in a Cell, and then it's a big run until Survivor Series. I might try and fit in my tournament in that time. If I do, I'll try and get some of the videos up of the tournament. Basically like a G1 climax or something like that. If it comes to worse, I maybe just do like a couple of pay-per-views in there, like pay-per-view, like how New Japan do it, with a show every day, and see how much that gets us financially, how much it fatigues the wrestlers. I'm hoping to do it maybe Saturday, Sunday, or maybe even during the week, so then we're not going to be too fatigued with them, but they're not wrestling too much. I'm just going to try a few things between Hell in a Cell and Survivor Series. We even push Survivor Series back to the 4th week in November. As I say, after Survivor Series, that's when we'll start splitting to brand specific pay-per-views. So lots of positives, lots of things I want to keep trying, and hopefully we can get a 4th television show, which I was thinking of maybe even doing a Cruiserweight Classic, just having various Cruiserweights in that show, but we'll wait and see what happens. Lots of things I want to do, and hopefully we can keep getting new workers over, bring through the next generation, and just keep making money, and hopefully at one point not many other companies will challenge us, and we'll pretty much dominate wrestling. But a lot of things I want to try. As I keep saying, hopefully we get networks soon, hopefully we can have brand split pay-per-views, and hopefully we can get more and more guys over that you wouldn't expect to be over in the WWE. As always, thanks for watching, it's deeply appreciated. Any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Any likes are deeply appreciated, any shares are deeply appreciated. And if you haven't subbed, why? What are you missing out on? You know what I mean? If you hit the sub button, these videos will drop. The pay-per-view specials every Sunday, and the TNA Making an Impact will drop every Tuesday and Friday. As always guys, thank you for watching, it's been deeply appreciated. Remember to keep supporting the community on the old Reddit and the old Grey Dog Software forums, as well as the other fellow YouTubers that are kicking about. And until next time, this is Twitter Maxwell. Catch you later on. Bye bye.